Welcome back to the True Crime Lounge podcast here on Spotify and YouTube. I do have a Patreon that you can join for early access to episodes such as Season 4 scheduled to come out. I also have a merch shop for all your true crime gear. And for any updates on my channel or podcast, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. With that being said, let's dive into the final part of this 4-part series, shall we? But on November 19, 2000, members of the Reno chapter of Vietnam Veterans Motorcycle Club and Legacy Motorcycle Club entered across to memory of Krystal Steadman along Highway 50, near where her body was found. And it will state, in loving memory of my sister, Krystal Dawn Steadman, August 25th, 1990 to March 19th, 2000. Just 9 years old, shy of becoming 10. The painted red cross with its metal plaque was made possible by several of the Carson City's businesses. Krystal's sister, Sonia, and her boyfriend, Tracy here, was invited to help with the cross. And once it was secured in cement, Clement and here tied 4 pink helium balloons. With this momentum was able to alleviate the constant pain the family felt. And it stood as a symbol for their love for her. However, just 2 days after the 4-foot wooden cross was erected, it was ripped from the ground and stolen. Upon hearing of this vandalism, a member of the Reno chapter of Vietnam Veterans Motorcycle Club, known as Packer, decided to create a new memorial. And Packer kept true to their word on December 8th, along the members. He set up a new one. The memorial was set to be in place 15, behind a guardrail to prevent any interference from the highway. On Friday, January 26, 2001, Soria Sr. went on trial before a Douglas County jury for the murder of 9-year-old Krystal Steadman. During the opening statements, the prosecution claimed that he tortured, raped, and killed Krystal afterwards and his son, too, to get rid of the bodies. The defense attorney told the jury that the son committed murder and lied his way for a plea bargain. The deputy DA, Chris Brown, quoted as parts of 17 texts found in Sawyer's computer. The file described the fantasies of torturing, raping, and killing women and young girls. Brown and Krystal were beaten and assaulted. The DNA evidence identified Sawyer Sr. as the attacker. Rosser investigators didn't find any fibers of DNA connecting Krystal to Sawyer's family apartment. Despite dissecting the plumbing, flooring, and fixtures, Sawyer sat expressionless as his lawyers made their arguments. He watched Krystal's mom, Elizabeth, testify against a frantic search. On the morning of Sunday, January 28, 2001, the day before testimony was set to resume, Soria Sr., who turned 40 2 days earlier, was found dead in his cell. His body was then transferred to Washoe County Coroner's Office in Reno for an autopsy. In the interview with the Tahoe Daily Tribune, Tracy here, there was a lot of confusion going on. The Vietnam Veterans Motorcycle Club, known as Packer, who had arranged for the memorial of Krystal, and he couldn't have said it happier. The following day, Douglas County Sheriff Judge David Campbell executed the jury without the news. During the March of 2001, 17 counts of Western Nevada and Eastern California adapted the Krystal Abduction Alert Program to the Emergency Preliminary Alert System to inform the Washoe County Sheriff's Department. Some of the law enforcement agencies in southern Nevada were not interested in following this Amber Alert approach, and the Las Vegas broadcasters did not push it for the emergency alert system. On March 19, 2002, due to a reoccurring vandalism against the memorial, that's just disrespectful right there. An 8-foot inch of steel cross weighing 2,000 pounds were built in to replace the previous memorial. Gary Jones, a friend of Krystal's father, organized the effort. Blue Mountain Steel donated the materials and donated the crane to put it there. The the memorial remains untouched over a year and 6 months, but then on October 2nd, vandals struck again to deface the cross and spray painted black paint. Regardless of the vandalism, there was little consequence. In September 30th, 2003, a letter to NDOT saying that the attorney will remain. But yeah. On November 18, 2003, the two-ton cross of Krystal Steadman was cut from the foundation, hosted a flatbed truck in Nevada's transportation. But with justice ever being served in the end, it was eventually depended on. The fact that Sawyer Sr. was never found guilty does weigh heavy on some. However, regardless of how things played out and turned out, nothing could ever bring back Krystal, and she was a place that matters. Alright, guys. Episode was a really case was really triggering for me, as I am a victim of sexual abuse, and I know how. And so this was a kind of a triggering episode for me. So please, guys, just if you know someone who's being sexually abused, speak out and help. Alright, guys.